we will be having our new lesson. It is of our previous lesson. What was our previous lesson?
Power.
Power. So, what can we say about power? Power is scalar or vector?
Vector.
Huh? Power is vector. Work is
Scalar.
So, this afternoon, one topic lang yung i-discuss ko because kukulangin tayo sa oras. Okay? From your previously learned concepts about work, force, motion. Second, explain the applications of impulse in life. At the same time, solve problems related to impulse. So, the major objectives this afternoon is the solving part. Okay? Especially the fifth at saka the sixth example. The fifth example is very crucial and the sixth example is your assignment. Medyo half sa board ang makonsume sa fifth example. So you need to listen. Now, we have this change in momentum. Sir, impulse, change in momentum. Anong meron sa kanilang dalawa? Impulse is the change in momentum. Okay? Impulse is the change in the momentum. Now, we can note that the change of velocity, when we say change of velocity, sama, the difference between
The initial and final.
the final and initial velocity. Di ba? Formula. Ganun siya, di ba? Final velocity minus initial velocity. That's change of velocity. And the change in velocity of an object is given by the product between the acceleration and the time elapsed. Actually, this formula, galing lang ito sa formula ng acceleration. The formula of acceleration is the final velocity minus initial velocity over time, in which acceleration is change of velocity over time, and diderive niya lang siya, kaya naging ganito. Galing lang siya dyan. And also, if you can recall our lesson about the formula of force, the formula of force is mass times acceleration. And substituting the value of acceleration based dito, ito siya. So, derive lang. And combining these two equations, okay? Combining these two equations, it will arrive the formula of the impulse. Pag i-combine siya. So, combining the equations, ito, we have now the formula of the impulse called impulse. In other, later, ang ginamit natin dito is hindi ito. We have this one. Capital letter J na may arrow sa taas. Sir, bakit may arrow sa taas? Because impulse is
Vector.
vector. Ayan. Impulse is vector, kaya may arrow siya sa taas. Okay? So, I will suggest, sir, dalawa ang formula. Yeah, it's either ito or ito. Given. If you are given kay force of change of time, then itong gagamitin ninyo. Kung ang given is mass at saka the velocity of impulse. Here, no, that's right. The two formulas of impulse. The other one, again, depende lang sa given, no? Then, that can use either of this one. Kasi lang dalawa. Now, may problem later na ang pangitaon is force. May problem, pangitaon ng force, tapos ang given is impulse of time. To find force problem, ang formula karon magiging ganito. Yan. It's your time na to think. Nga ka na ang nahitabo. I will give you that one as your assignment. Baka na practice nyo. Ano naabot siya ni Gana? Na? Ano kaya? So tayo to think bakit kaya. Okay? So ito yung mga formulas natin gagamitin sa ating solving later. So the product of force and time, okay? The product of force and time is equal to the object mass and change in velocity. So both of these products are referred to as impulse, and since impulse is the change in the system's momentum by definition. Klaro po?
What ka gyud?
Huh? Now, before we proceed to the next slide, what's the unit of force?
Newton.
Newton! Hoy! What's the unit of force?
Newton.
Okay, Newton. Newton na nga. How about the time?
Seconds.
So?
Seconds.
Seconds. So that means, sir, the unit of impulse is Newton second. Yes, that's correct. And the unit of impulse is Newton second. How about this one also, sir? The unit of impulse also can be expressed like this. What's the unit of mass? Kilograms. The velocity.
Meters per second.
Okay? So it's either ito or ito. So sir, dalawa. Ano yung i-follow namin? The SI unit of impulse is Newton second. So Newton second ang i-follow for impulse. Nakuha? And S, Newton second ang i-follow. Okay? Here. Again, the SI unit of impulse is Newton second. Wala ko na sukuhan. Or again, it can be expressed as kilogram meter per second. Kasi if you are going to manipulate the Newton second, ito yung lalabas. Para sa reaction. But according to the rule, the SI unit for impulse is NS, Newton second. Ganun ba dira? My choice.
Ano sa camera, sir?
Okay. Both work and impulse are affected by the net force, but they are not interchangeable terms. Work is scalar. Take note ha. And impulse kay vector. Si work is scalar, power, impulse, and momentum. Power, impulse, and momentum, they are vector quantities. Okay? Please take note of that one ha. They are vector quantities. Kaya bangs niya siya. I think we should proceed now to the first example. Magbaklay-baklay ka later ha. Dahil so sa akin, na may bayad si Juliana kasi siya may fan. Siya may highest, so.
Nag-reveal ka, sir.
Okay, let's have our first example. So easy lang. The first two examples natin are very easy. punta, makuha ninyo tayo. A child with a mass of 23.75 kilograms runs with a velocity of 3.6 meter per second eastward. You must consider the direction and heads back. So, libalik siya. Papunta siya ng east, pero nasa nakalimutan, libalik siya. So, west of Padulong. Okay, opposite direction, libalik na. Heads back to her initial position with a velocity of 2.5 meter per second. The question, what is her impulse? So, ako muna ang magsasolve. For the next example, kayo na the rest. I will give you muna the process on how to solve this one. Skundili para maklaro ko dili.
Ano tas likod?
The mass is 23.75 kilograms. Now we have velocities there. There are two velocities. The final velocity and the initial velocity. It was stated there that the initial velocity, V1 ang ako ang initial velocity. V1 ako ang initial velocity. The initial velocity is 3.6 meter per second. Claro. Okay. 3.6 meter per second. Sir, nanong positive? O sa ito? Eastward. Pag west na, negative. Pag left, negative. Pag down, negative. Ha? Okay, so it was stated, the initial velocity is 3.6 meter per second. Then, heads back to our initial position, ibalik siya. So, opposite direction, right? That is your final velocity, which is V2. Again, final velocity, which is V2, which is the sign is negative than 2.5 meter per second. So we have written the given. Yes, what's the formula? Anong kinahanap natin dito?
Impulse.
Impulse. What's the formula of impulse na itong gagamitin?
Mass times velocity.
Mass times?
Change in
Very good. Change in velocity. So this is the formula natin gagamitin. Malamang, tanawang given. 9? Wala. So we cannot use the other formula. Right? So this is the appropriate formula to solve for our impulse. So, mass times change of velocity is the difference of your two velocities, right? The final velocity minus the initial velocity. Then, substitute. I-substitute po natin, the mass is 23.75 kilograms. The final velocity is negative 2.5 meter per second, and the initial velocity is 3.6. So 23.75 times negative 2.5 minus 3.6, 6.1. Negative 6.1. Multiply nyo. What's the answer? What's the impulse?
Negative 144.875
875. The unit?
Newton per
Newton second. Ay, sir, pwede pala magka-negative ang impulse? Again, yes. Impulse kay vector quantity. Pwede siya. That negative here is what? Direction. Okay? Apply significant figure.
negative 140.
Okay, based on the given, 2 ang least sig-fig. 2. So, 1, 2. Ang kasunod ng 4 is what? 4-fold, which is less than 5. Ruling, pag less than 5, automatically, 0, round down mo. So, negative 140 Newton second. And this is now your answer. Okay? Yes! Question!
Nice.
Wala yung pangutana? Wala yung pangutana, so... Okay. I will give you time to copy and we will proceed to our next example. And I will give you... No, I will give you. You will be the one na mag-solve sa second example. Di ba kasi kaya mo, no? Laban ang tira. Are you ready for the second example? Ay!
Nabidyohan to.
Wala na ko, dili ko na gano'n.
Take ko daw.
Okay. For our second example, pag-solve mo. Okay? So this is our second example. Yan. And I will give you 3 to 5 minutes to solve this. So this example is similar sa ating pinakauna na example. Di lang ako ni i-front cam kay kuan. Uy, basig wala ni audio ba? Nabala ako.
Tuloy ka.
Hindi sabi. Ako i-preview. Dito si Juliana, hindi mo assistant. Technical nga head. Wala ka choice, Juliana. Ikaw malingay ka kasi ako.
Negative 1.41. Minus 5.78. Bali, uy, bali.
Ay, final minus initial man.
Significant.
Ito no.
Kita ka ng live.
Ay. 10 from 8 times 10 to the power.
Ngayon naitira.
Nakulbaan na ni. Saan ka nag-post?
Diba, malay na recording siya actually. Pero hindi yata siya live.
Kulbaan.
Wala kang ginaglaan.
Video set
Hindi
to.
ako recording sa una. Kung di rin mag-solve, interviewon ka mo later.
Anak ko.
Manasad ko.
Positive.
Negative. So, 1 for 1.
Negative lang to.
Okay,
Ito siya.
what's the mass? The mass is 150.0 kilograms. So 4 significant figure. And it moves to the right. To the right. With a velocity of 5.78. Kung saan ka rin 5.78? That is your initial velocity, your V1, which is positive. Tama?
Tama.
And then heads left with a velocity of 1.41. That's your final velocity, which is negative 1.41 meter per second. Yes, ano yung formula natin gagamitan lumagnan?
Times change in velocity. Ay, velocity.
Sa formula?
Meter.
Mas.
Mass.
Ay, mass velocity. Mass times velocity.
Okay, very good. So the formula that we are going to use is ito, based on our given. Mass times change of velocity. So, mass times velocity 2 minus velocity 1. Okay, mass is 150 kilograms. Our velocity 2 is negative 1.41 minus 5.78. 150 times negative 7.19. What's the answer?
178.
Negative 1,078.5 unit. Newton second. Apply sig fig. Natin nakabalo. Pila ang list?
3.
4, 3, 3. So 3. 1, 2, 3. Data. After the 7C, 8. 8 is greater than 5. So mag-add ta kay 7 of 1. So magiging negative 1,080 Newton second. And this is now your answer. Pangutana! Yes, Bersabal!
Favorite. Ano ba si sis?
Asa di mga lalaki di ay?
Hi!
Hindi na kasunod, Jules. Doyas ka yung videographer, oy. Ano siya price? Basta makayos mo sa exam. Wala na. Kaya na, Jules. Sige, number 3.
Ako may question.
Tindog na lang.
Nalipong na ni sila.
Assistant. Question number 3. Taas ko guys siya. Gusto niya yung taas. Hoy! Okay. Okay, let's solve question number 3. Medyo mahaba siya, no? Now, a 0.45 kilogram ball has been flung against a concrete wall. So it is moving in a straight path to the west. The west means negative iyang direction. At 43.2 meter per second. This is your what? What velocity? Very good. When it hits the wall, then it rebounds to the right at 35.45. Ano to? Final velocity. There are two questions na kailangan i-solve dito. First, what is the impulse? And the second, what is the force given this change of time? What is the force that the wall exerted on the ball during the collision if the ball is in contact with the wall for 0.020 seconds? This is the change of time. So that's the process. For letter A, solve for the impulse. Then for letter B, solve for the force. You cannot solve for the force kung hindi nyo makuha mo na ang impulse. Kailangan nyo muna kunin ang impulse, then proceed kayo sa force. Kung sa formula, well, I gave you naman din ito. I gave you the change of time already. Pag masolve nyo ang impulse dala, masolve na nyo ang force. Okay? Sige daw, I will give you enough time to solve this. Go. Uy, na si Julian. Ikapoy na si Julian na. Ito na dili tayo. Mugo ni ang watermark. Nabala ka ko ba? Basig wala siya na kanang walay audio.
Matunggan na ta.
Cut na lang sa sir.
Hatag daw link.
Part 1, part 2 na lang.
Ade, okay. Okay na de. Saan ako pag ano? Ma-off, di ba ni? Pag ano?
Off.
Ayun na lang, uy. Okay. Sa mga nag-watch ngayon sa ating live, no? I want you to answer this one. You are required to answer this, no? This is example number 3. Karon ato ang interviewon karon ang straight ug buhok sa S11. Okay. Hi, hello. Kapilok. Hello. Ay mo pakitag naon kay mga dili mga pretty. Akong pilok ko. May sige akong pilok ko. Di ba? Nabi? And ano man siya kanang sa intermission number. Mura mo kung ano, akong matapula kaayo. User eyes. Anyway, yan, nag-solve pa akong mga students. Kamo pod pag-solve po mo dira. Ikaw, ano mga nag-solve?
Ano?
Wow. Ikaw. Ay, maklaro jud ang solusyon no. Nga di ay, tanawon din sa mga estudyante di ay. I-forward na ni, uy.
Ikugihan sa tanaw.
I-1.5. Sus, i-1.5 lagi ninyo ning ano lagi? Na. Uy, ikaw din naka 1.5.
Wala ka, hayos na.
Mao din ni siya class tong naong og Jollibee. Ay. Dili ko kata og reward pa oy kay next ano na, next face to face ka apek sa time mo apek klase og ano. Kumana? Dugaya oy.
Kung ano ni mo eh.
So my students right now are, you know, they are very buutan na nag-answer sila and
Ano nag-expect mo?
nagikapoy na ako ito ay. Naman. Ay, wala ka may naong mo diri. Dapat ay camera built-in diri, no?
Wala naman si Brendan.
Ito nakaday. Okay, let's solve for item number 3. Let's write the given. So the mass is what? 0.45 kilograms. That's the mass. Sir, nakapangutana ba? What if naka-grams lang? Anong gagawin pag naka-grams ang mass?
I-convert.
I-convert din siya dapat into kilogram ha? Nutrition no? Okay. It is moving. Ay, by the way, no? If you are going to visualize this one, nakita na mo ang wrecking ball na ano?
Miley Cyrus.
Yes, ni Miley Cyrus. Ingat siya, pero wala lang sa Miley Cyrus.
Imagine na the circle is.
Imagine na lang. Imagine ang ako to. Okay. So it is moving in a straight path to the west at 43.2. That is your initial velocity, which is negative 43.2 meter per second. Sir, bakit negative? Sa left siya. Very good. The direction is to the west. How about your final velocity, which is the V2?
Right.
Which is 35.45 meter per second, and the sign or direction is positive. And we have the change of time. The change of time based on your problem is 0.020 seconds. To solve for A, anong hinahanap sa letter A? Impulse. We have the formula. Okay, let's solve for A. A muna yung isa-solve natin. Impulse, mass, times final velocity minus initial velocity. Then, substitute lang po yung given natin. The mass is 45 kilograms. The final velocity is 35.45 minus negative 43.2, which is equivalent to 0.45 times, what's the answer? 78.685. Multiply this one, the product is 35.39
25.
25, and the unit is Newton second. Apply significant figure. Yes, bakit man, Vince?
Ano sir, kahit ang iyahang dali sir, kahit dili naman siya, ano naman siya sa 5 sir.
3.
Oo.
And then, as ang pieces? 2.
So,
Sige, figures
so,
lang.
iyahang ano sir,
Ang mass.
ah,
Ang mass, di ba, ang 2 sig fig?
Apo.
The rest, may 3 ganito po ang time. So, we will follow the list. Okay? That's correct. No? Very good. So, 35 Newton second. Sir, I have a question for letter B. Kasi one of the requirement to solve the force is the impulse. Ano yung gagamitin namin? Ang gagamitin niyo sa impulse is yung hindi pa nasigbi. Okay? For letter B, the formula, di ba, the letter B is finding the force.
Newton.
Very good, Newton. Apply.
Newton.
Very good, Newton. Apply significant figure. How many? 2. So, 1, 2, ang kasunod is 6. Ano mangyayari? Round up. So, magiging 1,800 Newton. And that is the answer for problem number 3 for both A and B.
Yay!
Okay?
Pakita ang model. Pakita ang model.
The problem. The solution. Very akayo. Very akayo sa bagay niya.
Bang siya Shanti.
Balik mo din yun. Luto ko.
Sleep moderately.
Ay, nag-video na tatlong sa
Question! Pangutana mga babae sa likod.
No po.
Wala pa, dili siguro babae si Juan. Wala pangutana? About... babae. Wala pangutana? Sure?
How is different you?
Gani. Okay, for the fourth example, one ang last example before ang lisod.
Ha? Ano pa yun?
Okay, one ang problem na go.
Ang B1 ang ano turn ng initial.
Sa letter B sir.
Ha?
Ang kanang sa letter B ba, dili pa significant ang meters.
Yeah, that's correct. Dili passing. Itawa si cellphone.
Reconnecting.
Wala man na Juliana.
Reconnecting.
Permanente man na.
Pinara sa dira sir.
Atong sa solution din na pag-explanation, wala. Narna.
Nag-reconnect gamay pero di balik na siya.
Wala nga mo ana oras sa pupul.
So positive 50 na siya.
After yung interview ng delivery. Taas na ko din mong box. Hindi na siya. Ah, sir. Hindi dapat mag-web ang classmate, kaya awkward ka magbulag.
Paano ang line no is magbulag di ay.
Nakatayo, pinaka-record.
Ay, sige lang.
Ah, magbulag, magbulag.
Ayaw, God.
Okay raman na, di pa rin mo sa ano, wala.
Hello! 4 years na na.
Uy, dili, uy.
Saman, wala ka pa nag-solve. Di ba klaro? Artos tubangan.
Dali, Max.
Mads. May mga babae doon sa likod, mga assistant kasi sila. Di na ako siya na mabalihan, kung ano mo sa likod. Ano ba tayo? Hindi mo ba nagtubangan tayo?
Nindot ma videographer, di makasolve.
May nag-solve ka kung
Sa auto. So,
nag-solve ko ganiya ba karon nagtanga.
pagpaduduan, good ka nakalive. I-focus kasi.
Dili nagato siyang 4 minutes. Siya.
Gitay man, Jun.
Dili ba seryoso kayo? Sa baon, ay nag-videographer ba ako.
Guys, hello guys. This is Baby.
Pulihan si Sir ba?
Wow. Hello.
Nga no.
Ano na isuot mong buha?
Wow.
Sulot tayo na.
Ang absent to kasi Punelas.
So, nibali naman sir.
Ha?
Ay, balik sa eskwelahan? Ay, okay.
Si Magwate Sir.
Magwate late.
Ah? Isa pala eh.
Nag-chat man si Cleanse ako.
Magwati ko absent.
Murag mo pa si Cleanse.
Ah,
Mm.
ay, sinulot kasi.
Fine roll pa.
Ay, si Caberos, nag-graduate.
I really.
Basta ko ang biyaan ng dalawa. Sa mga muling anak ka. Isa ba na siya? Ay, sino sa akin? Present. Ano na uy? Ano sa kanila? Wala sila. Pa-shout out daw ko kay Principal
Na!
na hasta Jude niya ka pretty. At least, nahin mo tanong sa video recording.
Wait lang.
Nakamo din si Principal.
Nasa gawa si Cleanse.
Na may ka-meet up.
Status ano nila. Uy, gwapo bakit agi si Ahalol? Dapat ingana tanan, dili para niluan. Wala na ko lang ingon. Uy, guilty. Si Kuana. Uy. So, mo ako nag-eskwelahan, no, para dili na tulong. Sweet dreams. Asa rin siya naglang-lang gabi? Uy! Good afternoon!
Uy, na maka-TikTok ron.
Mag-tiktok siya later.
Uy, mag...
Ay, ipakita mo ba?
So annoy para sa mga. Kaya yung mga.
Huwag kayo mini-comments mo balod-balod.
Isang bagsak sa buhok ni Juliana. Mura ko, lampasong buhok ko eh.
Awag kay Prince eh.
Nuso.
Naglipas aral ka na madungot, tapos wala ako yung madungot.
Di man nalibak, guys. Kasi ito yung hinihatag.
Sir, bro, eraser.
Sorry.
Isa lang.
Eraser.
Wala na, pahak ako rin lang sa padre sa lubay.
Ikaw nag-judge mo sarili ha mo. Ano ko doon?
Sunod naman ni Chris.
Wala ka na ako! Kuda, asa na kagabi dahil? Ako nag-awit ka na gawin tulog from 10 p.m. at 2
Wow!
Okay, natulog ko early kay you know na nakikram. Sige, let's solve our fourth example and last example na later. Si last example ang pinaka-crucial. Then, ang atong board member ang mag-erase at ang writing sa board. Which is fly away yung buhok. Sige. Sorry. Let's write our given. Sa mga nagatanaw dira karon sa live na ito bisag wala. What is our mass? Mass na to?
0.59 kilograms.
0.59 kilograms. Then, based on the problem, what is our initial velocity? How about the final velocity? Hello, ka mga bright. Uy, na maka-answer sa quiz.
Amen.
Our change of time. So, ano yung unang hinahanap? The impulse. The impulse of the net force exerted on the ball. So, the formula, so let's solve for letter A first. Mass times final velocity minus initial velocity. So, substitute lang po natin 0.59 times 40.90 minus 50. Negative 50 rather. Sorry, I forgot the negative sign. Minus negative 50. So, you have the answer of what? That is 90.90. Multiply, the impulse is? 53 unit? Very good. And final answer, apply the same thing. 54. And to solve for letter B, since we have arrived, no, our impulse already, we can now solve for our force, which is the formula is impulse divided by change of time. Substitute lang po natin. We have our impulse of 53.631. Again, ang gamiton kayong hindi pa nakasipi. Our change of time is 0.500 seconds. Answer.
107.262
Newton. Final answer.
107.
Actually, you must stick pa rin yung rule ko na always go back to the given. Based on the given, what is the least number of significant figure? 2. So it must be negative. It must be 110. Ha? Again, sa given kayo always mag-base, sama na akong ginayin mo last time. Sa given kayo always mag-base for your final safety. Okay? Same with you. Ha? Sa given mag-follow.
Miss Universe.
Dapat ito below. Sige, kindly copy our fourth example, then I will present to you our fifth example. The fifth example is very, for me it's difficult, no, sa inyong part.
Ang fifth o sixth
Yes, ang 5th of 6th, same lang siya. Pero si 5th lang ang tuwang isolve because the 6th example will serve as your assignment as well as your practice test because I will include 5 items, no? 1 item with 5 questions related to the problem sa quiz. Your quiz is worth 100 points all in all. Online, ang assignment kay ako kaon. Ay, ikaw tama sa notebook. Okay, hindi na ako ulit taon. Uy! Sino mo natulog? Okay, last example. Yeah.
Patay. Degree.
Amen. Sa mana.
Our last example is into a 0.660 kilogram ball initially moving. So naglihok siya. Moving to the west at 19.5 meter per second. Then, when it was hit 49 degrees upward to the right at 25 meter per second. So nag-move siya una, nag-kick. Okay? Calculate the magnitude and direction. Ang ginahanap dito na magnitude is the force. Ang ginahanap dito na direction is the angle. You're going to solve given the time is 0.250 seconds. Sir, ano man ang sir? Actually, taas ko siya process, no? Matang yan yung sinabi ko kanina na parang ingani ang solusyon, taas. Okay? Pero ang process niya is somehow similar dito. Kung sabihin niyo ang impulse, kung po niyo ang force, pero na additional. Ang problema kasi sa problem na to, there is what we call x component and y component. Iba kasi yung angle natin in this velocity. Iba din yung angle natin in this velocity. Again, the angle in your initial velocity is iba. The angle in your final velocity is iba. So sir, na may angle na involved, sir, ano gagawin ko namin? Are you familiar with no? Still recall yung to find the initial velocity of the x component, vi cos theta. For the initial velocity of y component, vi sin theta. Yan yung gagamitin ninyo. Then, pag abot na po sa impulse, na ay impulse of x component, na ay impulse of y component. Then, na po yung force of x component, na naman po yung force of y component. That is a makuha ang magnitude Pythagorean theorem of the squared of your fx at saka the squared of your fy. Square root, no? Pagkakuman. Then makuha na siya, taas na yung process. So, unahan sa ito identify katong upan. The VIY ay V1Y, V1X, V2X, and V2Y. Kana sa unahan. Okay? Sir, kung sa'y angle na po sa initial velocity, it was stated it was moving to the
West.
what's the angle pag west?
West. Pagpili pa.
Ano ako pag west?
270.
Pag east, 0. Pag north, 90. Pag west, 180 degrees. That's the angle that you are going to use for initial velocity. For final velocity, based on the given is ito. Okay, pakitasa na, then solve for the x component ng impulse. At saka y component ng impulse. Okay? I will give you enough time and board member. It's your time to shine. Sige. Wala siyang post Diyos, no?
Chikas.
Ha?
Chikas.
While waiting siguro may mag-tiktok.
TikTok si Glenn.
Intermission number with Tirin Magwate.
Sir, negative 80%.
Uy, nandito!
Sarap. Sa kwansa sa...
Naglino, sir!
Hawak ko rin.
Relax lang. Mababa ka sa liter.
Ay,
Mas taas ang swing pag nasa taas based on experience. So relax na.
Uy sir, mag-doktor pa ko ba?
Linog. Linog, caught on live.
Yes.
Tata, naman ka na siya.
Stay calm lang.
Gawas na.
Gawas na daw.
Sir, gawas na.
Ayaw sa naglilog pa. Mahulugan ko rin yung kuan.
Petro,
Bahala ka mo, uli na ko.
keep calm na, keep calm.
Sir, kung mamatay ko, bahala dito.
Unless may alarm or may signal magbaba, wala na ta magbaba.
Si Lara sir, namulog na.
Iwasan ko na
Uy, seryoso kayo siya nag-erase.
Lingawa. Hi guys, naglinog na naman.
Jones, naglinog siya. Ipaharap ko.
Abi ba na kung nag-joke si Ruelo?
Na-feel ko mang buti ako nalipot.
Sir, pag-ausam ni Sir Kinal, grade 11 dito.
Uy, nakalive. Si Prince to.
Napa.
Naman ito, kung anak sa baba, kaya wala ko na
Sir, dili.
Uy, wala ko na uman, oy! Pero mag-wait lang ka sa signal na magbaba na.
Sir, dili, negative.
Ah,
In...
Di na ito magbaba, uy.
Uy, mag-stairs ba yan?
So, positive siya.
Scary lagi na sa office. Don't be scared. Di ba ito i-build 8 years kung dali-dali na maanak?
Basta ako mag-solve.
Wala naman.
Ah, gusto ko mo
Napay
baba.
kamay. Napa-Jones.
Nalipong
Napa, Jones.
Unta na lanaw mo, guys.
Guys, kausapin mo daw. Ay, please, kausapin mo yung picture.
Hello guys, so how is the experience of the Linog?
Di man gud mapansin. Ay, akong kamot, linog.
Hindi na Sorry, kasi kung ba pa mo sa akin.
Ruwela, nag-hipos na dyan ba yung gamit?
Board member.
Akala ko rin guys, nag-joke na ako. Tunopin na ka niya. Gawin na dyan to.
Pag-ingoy na mo na, linog. Dito na, na-swing.
Tapos disman ko na po si Sir Will. Nag-joke ko. May kapusun ba? Hindi na ko kaya. Nakalimot ako sa process. Sorry guys.
Mangnaog na?
Alarm!
Diba lang?
iniwan ko yung sa alarm.
Awa sila rin. Awa sila rin. Nag-bag.
I mean, wala may signal, pero wala may nag-evacuate sa baba, nakita na ako pababa. So, wala ko rin doon sa pilit.
Hindi dapat na. Usugod to.
Wala naman sir.
Oo, hindi siya kusog.
Dili, swing lang.
First ako-experience na rin ng girit, kaya nakarag siya po. Wow! Promise! Eh, nakanala naman ng ano, nako sa taas, ano eh, sa program sa office ako na. Nakanala siya.
Kato na ang ano, sir? 2020.
Balik po nga tayo. Okay po nga tayo. Wow! Okay.
Balik.
Magklase na tayo kasi bababa ko na tayo kaya linom.
I-solve na sir.
Sa totoo, nahanap mo.
Wala.
Wala.
Door, sir.
Pasag ilan na kayo mo. Para diretso na akong FNTC aftershock.
Wow.
Aftershock. Okay, isolve na lang ako diretso, no? Di ba magbate ka ng TikTok, di ako niya, no? Ha? Okay. Sige. Hindi ka po nato ang technical. Sige. So, yung ano yung process? For our mass, wait lang, ang assignment mo, wala na akong punta ka time.
Please, dala-adan akong tablet, ha.
Wait lang.
Jul, kumakalarap na lang.
Pila ka ano?
Our technical.
Pila ka pila yung magnitude?
Ha?
Pila yung magnitude?
Kulang mo yung mga ko. Mukulit yung kulo.
Okay, let's solve. The mass is what? 0.660 kilograms. Okay? Kaning pasabot ani ng kaning west, that's the angle 1, which is 180 degrees.
Ay, mag-itid.
Then, this is the VI. V1 muna. Huwag niyo munang gawing negative. Even doon naka-west. Because there is a separate solution pa na later. Pero i-negative mamutin niyo siya. Negative 19.5 times niyo sa cos 180. Ma-positive na siya, which is wrong. Hindi siya pwede. So, for the meantime, i-positive muna natin siya. Wala munang direction. Okay? Wala munang direction. Then, si angle 2 is pila? 49 degrees. The final velocity is 25 meter per second and the change of time is 0.0250 seconds. Ang gisabi ko kanina, you are going to find the initial velocity of x component, which is v1 cos theta. And also, the initial velocity of y component, which is v1
Sine.
19.5
Cos.
cos 180 degrees. Will answer?
Negative 19.5.
Negative, sure? 19.5 cos 180 degrees. Make sure sa calculator
Degree.
degree mo.
Negative 19.5.
Negative 19.5 meter per second pa din. How about 19.5 sine 180 degrees? 0 meter per second. So we're done with our initial velocity. Let's sum our final velocity, which is v2x, the final velocity of x component, which is v2 cos theta, and the v2y, which is v2 sin theta. V2, V2 with the final velocity is 25.0 cos 49 degrees. Then 25.0 sin 49 degrees. What's the answer? Kung yahon ito nasa calculator para exact.
16.40147572. Ay,
16 point.
40147572. Papas ng ganito.
Tama?
Yes.
Next. How about the 25 sin 49 degrees?
18.8677391.
39.
3951.
Tama na eh? Pag-check ko kayo, mas kaayo siya, no? Na okay na? Uy, mga babae, mga babae lalaki. Check.
Yes, sir.
Okay ka na, yung. So again, do not always rely sa kung visual, diba si the error ang diri. Well, I will admit my mistakes. Pero, saman, Chanel, tuwag din ikaw, di ba klaro? Di naman klaro kung kilo? Okay. Sir, after getting the x and y components of final velocity and initial velocity, you cannot proceed to get the impulse of each component. let's have the impulse of x. Ay, okay, diretso na lang nato para isa ka flow. Isa lang ato ang flow nato. The impulse of x component formula, mass times
Change.
velocity of
X.
final velocity of x minus initial velocity of x. Sir, nga silang duha? Wala mang x component, so x dyan. Again, final velocity of x minus initial velocity of x. Anong silang dalawa? X component of impulse. Let's substitute. The mass is 0.660. The final velocity of x component is 16.40147972 minus the initial velocity is negative 19.5. So, isolve diretso na lang.
23.6949.
23 point
6949. 7398. Tama ba?
73
98.
9.
8. Dingo.
Paki-check.
Tama.
Tama. Okay?
Saan ka sa no?
Okay. Now, after this one, diretso tayo sa force. Paambak diretso. Force formula, which is impulse of x over change of time. Ito yung i-answer sa calculator. Ayaw ito i-delete.
Delete na.
Maging ko diretso na lang para di kalas na sulat-sulat.
6949.
So you have ito, 23.69.497398 Newton second divided by the change of time is 0.0250 seconds.
947.
947.8
798956. 8959.
Sunod?
2.
2.
Oh.
Ito yung mukha? Wala yung mukha?
No.
Mukha? Taado to, sige na ito. Pero ayaw mo ka wala kung lahit mo din ng part as long as sa final answer pares na may problema.
Nagkaya pa na yung minus 1 huy.
Pinakonsili na. Sure, good ka? What's the unit?
Newton.
Okay, let's proceed na naman kay y.
Pwede na yun.
Y component. X pata. The impulse of y component.
Ay, balik ka. Sigtay lagi na eh.
Ana, then 2y minus the initial velocity of y. Then, substitute lang po natin gy. What na? Jopay.
Go roll.
Jopay. Huwag nang mawala. The V2y is 18.8677391 minus the initial velocity of y is
0.
Paki-multiply ko
12.
12.452 Nay mo ha?
Ha?
Nay mo ha?
Nag-solve ba na yung shows? 70808 ako ah.
0807
12.452708008. Lahi lang calculator sir kay manindot man na.
Okay, mag-8 die ko. Okay na sila. Ha? Kailang na difference sa class. Then, NS. Then, ayaw ilisa yung calcio kay para diretso na. Diretso na to sa force.
Shady ba?
Sabaan nila sa gawas, oy. Divided by 0.0. Cancel.
498.
Point.
108.
Point.
32.
32.
28.
8.
Huh? Sir, 10832.
Ha? 108. 3? 3, 2, 3,
1! 1! 3, 2, 3, 1!
1.
Ang lagi.
Sure?
3, 1 ako.
Ha? Okay, sumpay mo ha?
Sabado. Tama, sir. Tama, sir.
3 to 3 to.
3-2 sa mo. 3-1 lang ba?
108, 3 to 3 to.
3-2, sir. 3-2, sir.
So, what's the tell?
Sabado.
Ay, like itong piring apart, di ba? O, mali sa ka. Mali sa kanin. Okay na. Then,
3, 2, 3, 2.
yun tol.
3 to 3 to, sir.
Sige po, guys.
Wala ka na umana pa! Dili ka. Okay, we have now our fx and fy. The force of the x component and the force of y component. This will lead us now to get the magnitude. The formula to get the magnitude f is square root of fx s squared plus fy s squared. So force is equal to 9, 4, 7, 7, 9, 8, 9, 5, 9. That's Fy is 4, 9, 8, 1, 0, 8, 3, 2, 3, 2. Square. May answer, lahat ka mong answer sa S6 o sa S4 ganina na nag-vary. I don't know why. What's the answer?
10707169141.
Perfect.
Point
716941.
716941. Unit.
Newton.
Malamang kay force. Very good. Final answer. 3 ang silbi.
Tulo.
Tolo na tolo. So 1,070 basta magnitude.
Ay, nakakita ko.
Fy over fx. Y ako sa taas. Ano ka magwante? Manila ka magwante nga kasi mata.
Ano sa'yo?
7, 2, 3, 8, 1, 9, 4, 7. That is 27.72 degrees.
Grabe. Mata-mata man.
That's the answer.
Wala siya, guys.
So nga nakataas ang process, no? In that example. Sa inyong quiz, isa ka problem yung nakakrasyon na what ani. Pangitaon ni, pangitaon ni, pangitaon ni, pangitaon ni.
Asang isa.
Ang isa secret na.
What is the full name of Kelly Rashod?
Si Juliana rin nakatama. Eh, namoy pa ako tanap para makauli na mo kaya nag-inog biya no.
Wala!
Naka-live biya ko ano li. Ako to after review. Okay.
Balik na, Jul.
Nakata assignment. Wait, I will give you time to copy. Ipakita dito dahil kinatanan. Makita. Inay na yakan. Disi-disi ba? Disi-disi.
Mani ako audition sa ano. Sa DC.
Graduate na
Voice over daw. Kapi ng voice over.
Ah,
Five seconds na inyong time to copy.
Malagay ka. Pero mas ito. Ikaw, mas lalas kasi. Hindi ba ka sa tubangan doon? Baka ito lang yan. Sa kilang mo, nagdamo ko na sa kumpino. Nagdamo ko juga sa istorya ko kasi ho. Ay, kalabaw na asa na tayo alive.
Sa NGC lang guys.
Isa na problem?
Mag-notes na guys.
Ano Okay. Very good. Okay, wala pa tanaw man. Oh, 2:30 pa. Dapat 30 minutes. Okay, klase. Ayaw na. Okay, your assignment. Maunin yung assignment. Ang inyong bottle sa inyo. Oh, picture Asante. Picture it good tapos i-post sa page. Yan, butangin nyo ang inyong solution sa page. I-comment dito. Answer lesson kayo. Yan lang ito eh. Tapos practice mo. Answer kayo. Ano ba? Asa papel. Ang answer sa assignment last time kay basic naman dahil siya kay repeating. Yan, 260,000 joules. Again, 260,000. Okay, assignment kanina, the same lang ni siya of situation ani. Sa inyong quiz na may isa kang item, 5 ka problems na. Diba? Ang simple is 0. Ano? Is 0. Okay, wala pa talang manapa ko i-appeal. The force versus time graph. So a graph of force against time would reveal impulse to be the area under the curve as shown in the given figure. This is the formula in order for you to find the impulse given this kind of graph. Formula. Impulse is equal to the 1/2 of the peak, no? Yung pinakatungkol, the highest point for the force times the time. Close the door. Okay? Paano siya? Now, what kind of relationship meron si force o si time base dito?
Direct.
According here, a large value of impulse in a shorter time interval implies the larger net force has been exerted on the system. Kung sa Bisaya pa, kung gamay ang time, taas daw ang force.
Inverse.
Kung pataas daw ang length of time, gamay daw ang force. So, sama na. What
Inverse.
kind of relationship is that?
Inverse.
That is inverse relationship. So in this equation, the force versus time graph has an inverse relationship. Okay? The formula, 1/2 times the peak point of the force times the change of time, the time elapsed. And be mindful of what algebraic signs mean for the impulses of net force. I think you're already aware of this one. You're already aware, no? Negative sign implies the net force is in negative direction. Pag positive, positive direction. And I will give you 3 applications of impulse in real life. We have this one, the dashboard paddings. This will be used to minimize the chest and face injuries during collisions. At the same time, we have also airbag system. Sad to say, na yung mga airbags na mga wala nag-function, no? Pero, depende pa doon sa impact. And lastly, the parachutes. Yeah, one of my dreams talaga is makasakay sa parachute.
Tapos, dili mag-
Wow! Oh, din ako na siya. Paragliding. Oh, di ba? Oh, then, di ba, duwa ka mo, anak? Musama ko kay daddy. And that would be all for our lesson this afternoon. This coming Monday, we will be discussing momentum at the same time impulse momentum theorem. Then your quiz will be this coming Wednesday, and that is not time bounded, but I encourage everyone to answer your quiz during your time.
1 week, sir.
Mag-open ang quiz sa Wednesday up to Sunday.
Yes!
No time, okay? I want kasi na may punto daan ba, i-perfect ninyo, or 1 mistake, or 2 mistakes, sa ako na, hanggang mabalik.
Sir, kahit
Layo na ni
mabalik,
Moy.
sir.
Asa ang part?
Sa 21.
Question class question.
Yes, sir.
Questions? Yes, do you have any question? Yes, question. Wala kang pangtana? Ready na mo muli? Yes, sir. Ako ready. Ako ready.
Ayaw ko li.
Okay, sis, wala kang pangtana. So, board member, dili sa muli pag wala nang erase sa board member, o dili sa muli pag dili maka-TikTok si Kate.
Ayaw sa EN!
So that would be all, no? Thank you so much for listening and participating sa live discussion at saka sa review discussion. Yeah, ako mga fans, no, are here, no? Hi! 0.5. Uy, grabe, 80 minutes. Unsaon pag-end? Why? Naka-live.
Hindi na naman Andrew dyan, i-record.
Ala, unsaon bito pag-end? Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Yes, end.